Okay, I'm so excited for this Black Girl Magic in Beauty and the Beast because all I know is when I was growing up, I loved all these stories, but there were never faces that looked like us. So it was so exciting to see you all. So just talk about that importance and how exciting it was to be a part of this.
Yeah.
Well, I just felt so honored to be involved because, you know, the cast is amazing. It's so diverse. And for me, it's one of my favorite Disney films of all time. So I was just thrilled to be invited to join the party.
Yeah. You know, and for me, being an adult when Beauty and the Beast came out, and, you know, and being a mom whose daughter was, you know, also very into Beauty and the Beast, to know that I could be a part of this incarnation of it, and for my daughter as a teenager now, but my little daughter who's 4 months old, getting a chance to see faces that look like theirs, quite literally like theirs, is very important. It's very important, and I love that Disney is recognizing the importance of that.
And did your daughter see the film already?
No, my older daughter, I take that back, my 4-month-old did see it.
No!
She did. She yelled.
What did she think?
She yelled a lot at Gaston. She screamed quite a bit at Gaston. But my 16-year-old will see it in a couple weeks when it comes out.
Oh, exciting!
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll love it. We were a woman next to me, like we were crying the entire film, and we're like, "Why are we doing this? We know how this ends."
Exactly. I was the same way when I saw it a couple weeks ago. I was crying too. I'm like, not only do we know how it ends, we were in it. Yeah, we were there.
I think there's something about the songs. I think there is something, the frequency, the vibrations of these songs that they really channel something, you know, emotionally that is quite deep.
Well, it touches something deeply human. No matter what you look like or who you are, is that, you know, what you are inside is enough, and enough to be loved and worthy of love. And that's what matters, not what we look like on the outside, but what is on the inside. And so that touches everybody on a human level.
Well, you go right into my next question, because I was going to ask, you know, a clear theme is this kind of fear of outsiders, right? You have it on both ends. The villagers are afraid of the beast, but the beast is also afraid of people from coming in. So given our political climate, I think is very relevant for what we're going through as people who represent minorities, but just overall. So what would you say would be the key takeaway from the film? Because I think Audra already gave it to us.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, there is the beauty is found from within, you know, but I also think, you know, look a little deeper. Don't judge a book by its cover. I think, you know, you've got to sort of be unafraid of getting to know a person on a human level.
Right, and I mean, in looking as deep as you do, as one can and as they do in this film, you start to realize that the prettiest man in the film turns out to be the monster, you know, and that Gaston is the monster, you know, and he's supposed to be gorgeous and whatnot, but really, you look inside, you go,
yeah,
nope.
What a gorgeous soul.
Yeah, I told Luke, I said, I think you enjoyed that a little bit too much, because he was really into this character. Now, I did love how Belle and Beast, they're so into literature, right? Like, I studied English literature in college, so I just loved it. Was there a book that you remember from your childhood that allowed you to go to another place, or one of your favorite books?
Wow. I mean, I grew up reading a lot as well. I think, you know, I loved the classics. I loved Pride and Prejudice. That for me was a really great read. You know, I loved reading all the Thomas Hardy novels. All the classics with sort of a feisty female heroine were kind of my favorites. Yeah.
You know, I'm going to pick something that's way, way back, and it's a children's book, but A Snowy Day.
Okay.
Ezra Jack Keats. He was a brilliant Black children's book author, and what I loved about that book and that stuck with me is I was completely able to go into a whole new world, you know, in that that's a book that if I look at it now, I can see that I jumped into that book and lived in that book, and that gave me that's one of the earliest books that I remember reading, and it gave me a love of reading because of it being able to escape into that book.
Well, I'll have to check that out. I'm gonna look into it.
You must.
Thank you so much, ladies. Incredible. Very excited about this film.